Welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time here, thanks for stopping by. My name is Nicole Nyasha and I share career related content. In this video, I'm talking about how I plan on leveling up my career in 2022. Now, leveling up can mean a lot of different things to different people. In my context, it's just about elevating myself, being more excellent, and doing better than I did this year. There's a saying that stagnant water stinks, and if you think about it, it is true. If you stay in the same position, doing the same things, the same way, all the time, you're just gonna get stuck in a comfort zone and do yourself a huge disservice. So I've come up with 5 ways that I'm going to level up and just elevate myself when it pertains to my career. And instead of waiting till January the 1st to implement these things, I've already started doing some of them, slowly implementing them into my routines so that come January 1st, they're already a part of me and it's going to be an easy transition. The first way I'm leveling up is working on my mindset and personal thoughts. I really believe that the first step to success or doing anything right is self-awareness. So I went through a process of just jotting down my thoughts, how I feel about myself, and from that I came to realize that there's certain things that are actually hindering me or holding me back to reach my full potential. And so to overcome that, against everything that I came up with that is potentially a self-limiting belief or a negative belief, I came up with scriptures that counter those beliefs, and I'm gonna go through the process of meditating on these scriptures every other day until they're truly rooted in my mind, because God has not given me a spirit of fear but of power, of love, and of sound mind. If I truly want to be that girl that I want to be, then it's gonna have to start in my mind. I'm gonna have to believe that it's possible for me and that I deserve it. The next way I'm going to level up is through my physical appearance. Before the 2020 situation happened, I was that girl that would dress up, put in some effort, and I'd go to work looking put together. And then we started working from home and I just went from this and just dwindled down till now I'm that girl that shows up for meetings in joggers, a random t-shirt, my hair is not done, I just look like I woke up. You guys have watched my vlogs and I really don't put in much effort. I just of course take a shower, I still bath, but I really don't put in any effort in looking good. Now you're probably wondering, what does her physical appearance have to do with her career? Well, it has everything to do with it, because my physical appearance is part of my personal brand. And personal brand is not just the work that you produce, what you're known for, it's also how people perceive you and how you present yourself. And I want to be known not just as an expert in my field and what I do, but to be perceived as somebody that looks good and is put together. So I did some research on clean and vegan beauty products that I can start implementing into my routine, for example, nail polish and makeup. Then I came across Merit Beauty, reached out to them, and they were kind enough to gift me their 5-minute makeup sets. I've already started playing around with the products and really love how I can do my entire face in about 5 to 10 minutes, which is so realistic because I'm doing this in the morning before work, and so I don't want it to take a lot of my time. So this is so realistic, so convenient, and I also love that I can wear makeup and it still looks minimalist and professional. I'm a firm believer in moderation and not being on either end of the extreme, so I just love that this is the perfect balance. It's also important to me that whatever products I'm putting on my body are not too toxic. So I love that Merit products are clean and vegan. Like I mentioned, I'm not waiting till January 1st to start implementing these things. So I've already started wearing makeup on days that I have important meetings, days that I'm meeting with external stakeholders. And I love how it just takes me from looking basic to looking a bit extra, but still looking professional and realistic in the sense that I'm working from home. The next way I'm leveling up is being clear on what I want. I went into 2021 with a plan, but I realized now, having gone through the year, that if I had been more detailed and specific, I would have been far ahead than I am now. So I created a career planning workbook for 2022, and this helped me really think about 2021, what worked well, what didn't work, and from there I got a basis as to planning for 2022. The workbook has really helped me map out 2022 and just break down the goals that I want in terms of the different quarters, the different months, to come up with strategic action plans of how I can actually achieve these goals. Because it's one thing to come up with this great goal and say, this is what I want, or this is how much I want to get paid. But it's another thing to then think of the different steps that you're going to take every single day, every single month, every single quarter, to ensure that by the time the year ends, you've achieved that goal. I'm going to be making the career planning workbook available, so look out for that in the description box. If I'm not clear about what I want, there's no company that's going to give it to me. And so it's so important that I'm crystal clear about what I want and then work towards getting it. Another way I'm going to level up is to be bold and speak out. At work, if somebody asks me for help with something, if I really don't have the bandwidth to do it, instead of like trying to squeeze it into my schedule, I'm just going to let them know that, you know what, I'd really love to help you with that, but I don't have the bandwidth for it. When it comes to asking for what I want to boldly or confidently tell my director that this is what I want, this is what I need, without feeling like I'm asking for too much or without feeling some type of way. I think that being bold and confident is a great way to take ownership of one's career. Something I've already started doing in this regard is I enrolled in a course, and I know once I'm done with that course, I'm going to feel more confident in just speaking out and contributing my ideas, because I know that I've gone through a formal training and I have that to back me up. The final way I'm going to be leveling up, and probably the most important, is through networking. When I worked on the agency side, I did a lot of networking, built relationships with a lot of recruiters. Some of them are now my friends, and I know that if anything ever happens, for some reason, if I ever need like a job, I know that I have recruiters that I can reach out to in like the flip of a second, and they'll be able to help me out. But now that I'm on the brand side and working on an HR team, I realize the need and the importance to connect with more people in the HR field and build relationships with them. So I'm going to be spending some time on Instagram, LinkedIn, Facebook groups, just finding people, connecting them, and trying to build relationships. I know when it comes to networking, the first thing that comes to people's mind is LinkedIn. And yes, LinkedIn is great, but it's not the only place you can find like-minded people. It's not the only place you can network with people. In fact, I just got off a call not long ago with two HR professionals, Tamika from Hey HR and Cassie from My Professional Agenda, and I met them both through Instagram. I met Tamika through Instagram, and she made reference to Cassie in one of her videos, and I reached out to her about it, and then that's how I got connected with Cassie. And all of this was on Instagram. And so don't underestimate the power of these social media platforms. If you're gonna use them, make sure you're using them to build yourself and to connect and build relationships with people. Networking with people, the right people, is a great way to open yourself up to opportunities. You'll get access to opportunities and information that you probably would have never found out about if you didn't know those people. You also get to find out about best industry practices, and it's just like a good thing to build and nurture relationships with people who are like-minded or who are already at the place that you want to be. So those are the 5 ways I'm going to be leveling up my career: working on my mindset, elevating my physical appearance, getting crystal clear about what I want, being bold, confidently speaking out, and networking. I hope you enjoyed watching this video. Let me know if you're gonna go on some sort of leveling up journey as well, and what are some of the things that you're going to do. Let's talk about it in the comments. God bless you for watching. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, and I'll see you in the next one.